don't know, we do interactive theater performances using a couple of different techniques, one of which you will see tonight. And it's participatory and to generate community dialogue on different social issues. This form of theater is sometimes considered a rehearsal for the future. So if in fact you currently have any struggle resembling this, you can use this as actually a very concrete way to practice. So when you go out this door, maybe you'll do something different tomorrow. People playing their own struggles is really the roots of this work, this Theater of the Oppressed work. Now with adults in the house, adults playing kids will also be bringing years of experience and adult privilege in interacting in the scenes. We still want to encourage you to do that, but just be aware, try to remember back. Way back. No, I'm just kidding. I was talking to Leaf, gee. I was talking to Leaf.
That's okay then.
No, I'm not talking to you. That was just recent. It is astounding. Sometimes it's easy to forget. So I will ask you to, if you're playing one of the young people, to try to recall how difficult maybe some of the tactics that maybe for you now are not as difficult. 3, 2, 1, action.
No, you cannot come over this weekend. I have the kids. Look, I'm late. I'm trying to make breakfast. After what happened last time, you're not welcome here. No, you cannot see them. You're not holding up your end of the agreement. I'm not going to court again. Stop calling.
Hey, Mom.
Michael, you are so late, and you left a huge mess in the living room. I don't want to hear it. Stop making excuses like your father.
Mom,
I'm late to work.
I just need to go.
I don't care what you need. I need you to do what I'm telling you to do. Now go clean up that mess, get some breakfast, and get to school. I don't have time for this.
Good morning.
Guys, okay, we're at the big project of our semester, which will be worth 50% of your grade, okay? It's going to take you 2 weeks to do it, and it can be on either one of these 3 themes, and I have divided the groups into groups of 2. Michael, you and Luke. Delilah, you and Vanessa. Trey, you and Henry. Yes, Michael.
I was just wondering if maybe I could work with Vanessa. We've been thinking about the project and we've got a lot of really good ideas.
No.
But
no.
It would just...
I've already picked the teams. That's the way it is. Life isn't fair. Okay, today we're going to work on our handouts. There's a worksheet in the back of this package. You are to complete those by the class period. So I want everyone to come up and pick up their handout. Let's go. Go and get busy.
I'm not learning anything in this class. Mr. Smith?
Luke, put your feet feet down, please. Okay, we have a test on Tuesday. It's going to be covering the last 3 chapters that we've had in that novel. And you guys are going to have all weekend to get ready for it. Delilah.
Do we have extra credit on this test?
I will, that's possible. I will consider that. Okay, we got all weekend. Okay, Michael.
I was just wondering, Mr. Smith, could I talk to you for a minute?
Just briefly, I'm on my way somewhere.
I was just wondering, I got a C on the last big project. Is there
Okay.
anything I can do to get a better grade next time?
Yeah, there is. You can try reading the material.
I do read the material.
Read a little bit more closely. Read the rubric. It's going to tell you exactly what you need to do. Okay? Don't worry about it. You're doing all right. Don't worry, okay?
Okay.
Another fatal school shooting, 9 teachers and 6 students dead.
12 years until climate change is irreversible.
Suicide bomber, rock concert, many casualties.
Local teen overdoses on prescription drugs.
12
Another
years
fatal
until
school
climate
shooting,
change
9
is
teachers and 6 students
irreversible.
dead.
12
Another
years
fatal
until
school
climate
shooting,
change
9
is
teachers and 6 students dead.
irreversible.
Another
12
fatal school
years
shooting, 9
until
teachers and 6
climate
students
change
dead.
is irreversible. So, what are you going to do about it? 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 What are you going to do about it?
I don't know! Michael!
You all will have the opportunity to yell out, stop. And we'll stop, and you come in for the character that you see struggling. So it might be Michael, it might be a teacher or a parent, if you see them struggling. And so you'll just come up and try something out, and we'll talk a little bit about it and see how it affected the other characters, and then we'll have someone else come up in a different part.
No, do not call. Do not come over. Do you understand? No, you cannot see the kids this weekend. I have the kids.
Do we have a stop?
Yeah.
Where is that, Gene? Let's give Gene the first spectator. In traditional theater, you're spectators. In this form of theater, you are spectators.
Yes.
Okay, so you're going to play the mom because you can relate to being a mom.
Sure.
Yeah. Okay, great.
Hey, not a good time. Let's talk about this later. I got the kids, they need me. Yep, okay, I'll call you back, we'll talk at 4. Great, bye.
Hey, Mom.
Hey, how's it going?
It's good. I just need to grab my coat from in the kitchen.
Cool, you're running late,
Okay.
so hurry on up and you're gonna drive your sister to school.
Yeah, I'll drive her to school. I just gotta grab my coat.
Cool, go get it, and a little mess back there. you'll
Yeah,
please
I'll
take
clean
care-
it up after school.
Awesome.
What did it take for you to develop a greater ability to set boundaries and become more present?
I've over the years learned how to manage my own stress better, and I've become aware that anxiety is very contagious. So if I'm anxious around my kids, they're going to be anxious too. So I try to let my anxious parts come out with my husband later in talking, or I get the support that I need. I mean, obviously I'm not in a stressful relationship like this mom is, but yeah, I think because anxiety is catching, we have to really be careful about putting it out there in front of the family.
Thank you.
My pleasure.
Stop calling me.
Hey, Mom.
Michael, you are so late and you left a huge mess in the living room.
Mom,
I don't want to hear it. Stop
Stop.
making excuses.
Stop. We have a stop? Yay, let's give her a round. coming in for Michael. Okay. So just remember.
16 years old, Debbie.
I remember.
Okay.
All right, starting from this moment.
Yeah.
Okay.
Michael, you are so late. You left a huge mess in the living room. I don't want to hear it.
Mom, I know you're stressed.
Michael, I am stressed, and your mess is stressing me out. Go clean it
I
up.
will go clean
Go
it.
get breakfast
I
and
will-
get you and your sister to school.
I will clean it. You're
Yes, you are
making
gonna
me
clean it.
nervous, and I'm getting
I don't
scared.
care what you need,
No.
Michael. I need you to go clean up your
Getting
mess, get
scared.
breakfast, and get to school. Do you understand? I don't have time for this.
No, we need to talk sometime. Let's go to school. I'll clean up the mess later.
Okay, great. You try what you wanted to try? Did you finish trying? what you
Yeah,
wanted
I
to
will say
try?
that when my daughter, because I was new, but when my daughter did that, came up and said, "You're stressing me out," I went, "Okay." And I saw the face on my other daughter and said, "I need to stop." So it was very different.
Right. So that had worked with you. It had been it was sort of a wake-up call with your daughter's.
Learning at the moment.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I didn't continue.
Yeah. And I also noticed you went and talked with younger sister.
'Cause that's what
Where did
my
that
kids
urge
do.
come from?
That's what my kids do. They're like, "Oh my gosh, Mom, it's out of control. I gotta talk to each other."
Yeah. Yeah. How did that affect you, Jez?
Well, I feel like I get that kind of was like stressful.
Vo-
And
volume.
I had already been like in the like back and forth with like the parents, and then with like I feel like trying to like stay out of the problem, but like being grateful that I'm being involved, but trying to like keep away to minimize like the like stress, I guess.
Yeah.
That's where I get, like I said, I turned around and went, "Okay, gotta stop."
Yeah. And I'm curious what happened for you, Mom.
I will be thinking more about the guilt and shame of this character as mom. Coming up to me with love is disarming. And so I could feel the part of me that wanted to accept your love, but I was so in my upset, it was just like a breath of awareness, and then it was back to my upset. I couldn't stop myself. Yeah. But it would be the thing on my lunch break or my coffee break at work that I would reflect on the most, of you coming to me with an embrace and feeling even worse about myself, but maybe in that guilt and shame, adjusting next time.
Well, and I've been the parent in the moment that looks at this child and says, "What's wrong with you? You're nice and quiet right now." And gone. Then the person like, "You're mad." You're right. So that continued talking of the nonverbals that we all sometimes show and sometimes don't show. But when we're sitting there, like, and then sometimes they've cried when I pointed this out too. So.
Yeah. So maybe that come in with that embrace, that love, it can be sort of disarming. Maybe break
And
through a little bit.
rejecting
And yeah.
for math.
Yeah.
Because that's how I felt. Very rejected. Like, okay, fine. I'm just going to please focus on my little sister for a second.
Yeah. All right. Thank you.
I'm not going to court again. Just stop calling me. You are late, and you left a huge mess in the living room.
Mom's angry. Run, run, run. We have to go to school.
You better run. Run, go clean up that mess and get to school. You better run.
If I could get out of that situation and go to school, I wouldn't have to deal with it until when I came home. And then I could be like, try a different tactic, and then I wouldn't have to deal with it at that moment.
Yeah.
And like maybe Mom, when she
got home from work, she'd be less stressed, and then I wouldn't have to deal with as much.
Yeah, definitely. Similar to the tactic we saw at the very beginning that Mom did of saying, I can't deal with this right now. Sort of putting it off until later and getting out of the situation. What happened for you, Mom?
I mean, I completely deflated. I didn't have anything to bump up against. So your tactic was effective, but it did upset me more. You better. And I'm still upset about the mess, which you're going to hear about when you get home.
Why was it effective, though? Why was it
Because
effective?
because I'm not really mad at my kids. You know? So if you're running out on me to go to school and do the right thing, go to school, I'm just left with myself and my problem.
Right. Okay.
There's a worksheet in the back of the booklet.
Stop.
Stop. Jean cannot take it anymore. Please come. Let's give Jean another round of
sorry.
applause.
To deal with the boot thing, then I don't have to go up, but if no one else is going to deal with the shoe, it's going to have to be me.
Please, why don't you come and do it? We'll give you an anecdote on this point, as a matter of fact. So you're going to play Michael with the boot. It was the centerpiece of the play for the 6th, 7th, and 8th graders. Okay, Jean, where do you want to go from?
I guess whenever I become aware of that on my back.
Okay.
My chair. Could you move your closer? But
Volume.
you're going to
Okay.
have to respect my space here.
Okay, now we should be able to finish these by the end of the class period.
Excuse me.
Yes.
I got a problem.
What's your problem?
This, here, on my chair. His boots dirty.
Luke, put
It's
your
on my
feet down, please.
shoulder. This is my space.
Thank you.
Thanks. Appreciate it.
Okay.
Okay, is that all that you wanted to try?
I
I'm not saying that that's not enough. But
think that was my main thing
Okay.
for right now.
So, okay.
It's going to take you 2 weeks to do it, and it can be on either one of these 3 themes, and I have divided the groups into groups of 2. Michael, you and Luke. Delilah, you and Vanessa. Trey, you and Henry. Yes, Michael.
I was just wondering if maybe I could work with Vanessa.
I'll try. Stop. We have a stop. Great.
I'm going to be Vanessa for a second.
Training in for Vanessa. Great. Where do you want to start from then?
If you could tell us
The groups?
the groups.
Okay.
Okay.
Great. Starting.
Okay, you're going to have like 2 weeks in there, and I divide the class into groups. So Michael's going to be, you'll be working with Luke, and Delilah, you'll be working with Vanessa. Henry will be working, yes, Michael.
I was just wondering if maybe I could work with Vanessa. We've got a lot of really good ideas for the project.
No,
Mr. Smith, I would like to show you some of the stuff we've been working on.
show me later. Let me finish my assignment first.
We have already co-written a number of these things, and we're really inspired by the...
It was a really cool book, and we just had a lot of ideas together.
Hold up. You guys already started working this project?
Well, not really, but like kind of.
We've outlined a lot of it.
We just thought the book was really cool, so we decided to take some notes, and it would just be a lot easier for both of us if we could work together.
Does it still cover any of these 3 topics here?
Yes, you introduced them to us at the beginning of the,
I did?
They were in the handout you gave us.
Okay. Well, this is going to mess up my whole arrangement with the rest of the class. I have to.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
I really don't want to work with Luke though. If they are partners, does that mean that we have to? Luke could just work by himself. I'd be happy to not be.
Okay. Okay. Cool. Did you feel satisfied?
Yeah, I just wanted to be
Michael obviously annoys Mr. Smith.
Yeah.
And I didn't know if Vanessa did or not, so I thought maybe my voice in it advocating for the partnership might be more compelling than Michael's voice advocating for the partnership. That's all I thought. That maybe somebody that's less irksome to Mr. Smith would be.
Can you play this role and try to get the support that you need from maybe another student who's taken more seriously? It's a bigger challenge.
Okay? So it's going to be Michael and Luke and Delilah and Vanessa. And Henry, it's going to be you and Karen. What is it, Michael?
I was just really hoping that Vanessa and I were really excited about the project. We've got some stuff done, and Vanessa?
We made this sculpture of kind of the main character's inner emotions.
I can show you the picture.
Yeah, do you have it?
Yeah, I have it right here.
Please.
But I already
Michael
picked
can't
the
work
team.
with Luke. I'm sorry, but we did all this work and
Okay, good. So let me get the point. What is it? Okay. So again, the fact that you're taking initiative is meaningful to the teacher. And I'm curious, what did she do differently, or what did Michael do differently this time than before?
she asked me for help.
You actually very explicitly said, Vanessa,
Yeah.
colon.
Yeah. Well, and you guys didn't get to see that, but I was watching her go through the nervous and then kind of ready to leap to say something.
Great,
Also,
yeah.
I saw Michael's reaction to getting partnered with Luke. So I saw how much stress that was causing him, or her, sorry, in this scenario. And yeah.
So direct communication to enlist help.
Is kind of the Irondale kid. If
He can say this.
I live in Deep Irondale.
Actually speak in the first person as Luke, because it's actually an empathy question. Yeah.
A lot of kids there, if they even make it to high school, they're most likely going to get dropped out. And it's not really a good place. None of them have many friends. So they're either used to getting pushed away or just piling work onto whoever their partners are.
So how do you feel, Luke, when you're overtly outed as nobody wants to work with you?
It's just the same thing that happens every time.
And the feeling, the emotion, do you feel sad, do you feel angry, do you feel shut down? What?
It'll happen again and again. It's nothing that hasn't happened before.
Do you feel isolated? Oh, interesting. Huh?
What are you gonna do about it? 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 What are you gonna do?
Michael, what are you doing?
Meditating, Mom.
Why would you do that?
Do about it? All this shit. I'm just trying to quiet all this noise.
What noise?
You know, all the news and stuff. You know, your voice in my head sometimes too.
Oh, so now this is about me?
No, well, partly. Yeah, partly.
I don't have time for this.
I understand.
No, it wasn't just getting tired, it was on purpose, intensifying, because it felt like he's alone, he's purposely just sitting there with his thoughts. And so at first they're going to get really loud because he's shutting everything else out besides his mind. But then they do get tired, then you're calming down and letting them slide away. And so they kind of had their last hurrah.
Yeah. It felt nice that, I felt like you guys were being responsive to my, how you